Welcome to FreqEnd Update. I'm Jack Hollis.
And I'm Molly Glockner. A rhino poacher in South Africa was trampled to death by an elephant, and his remains were eaten by lions, which is, spoiler alert, the plot to Madagascar 5. This one about to get yucky.
More millennials are starting to dip into their 401ks earlier, while Gen Zers are just dipping into their 401ks.
An Indiana man is suing his parents for getting rid of his $29,000 pornography collection. The parents couldn't be reached for comment because, honey, they fappin'.
In other state news, a Florida man threatened to destroy his town with an army of turtles. More on this story next year. They're slow.
A Florida man was arrested for shooting a squirt gun full of urine at a woman's face and said he'd do it again, said the Florida woman. Promise? Lori Loughlin pled not guilty to her college cheating scandal. Here to comment is her vlogger daughter and ex-USC alumnus, Olivia Jade.
Hey.
So, Olivia, what have you been up to? How's life been since the scandal broke?
It's been really hard. You know, a lot of my time that I spent at USC, I was really focused, you know. I was cramming in parties every night. And in the mornings, I was recovering from those. You know, it was really hard at USC because people used to ask me what position I played on the rowing team, but I never knew what to say. So I would just spray them with hairspray.
Sounds educational. So what have you been doing since the scandal broke?
Oh, it's been bad. You know, I can't make YouTube videos anymore, and Sephora took away my sponsorship, and companies have stopped sending me free shit. I'm like living in poverty here.
Sounds awful.
Literally no one can imagine what I'm going through.
So now that you can't be YouTubing anymore, how have you been spending your time?
Oh, well, I went on a vacation to my private Fiji island where I was doing a lot of charity work. Yeah, and since my lawyers made me delete my Instagram, I actually brought some pictures here today to show you.
Oh, great.
Here, you can see I'm feeding hungry children.
That looks like a picture of you that's photoshopped, throwing crumbs at children like pigeons. Is that correct?
What? No. Next. Here's a picture of me on my recent trip to Mars, where I discovered intelligent life. And here's me putting out a fire and saving the whole town.
Olivia, as cool as these pictures are, a lot of people are actually pretty upset that your parents bought your way into college while other more qualified students may have been denied. Do you have anything to say to that?
Oh. I'm sorry.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. I'm sorry that my mom starred on a hit 90s sitcom and yours didn't. And I'm sorry that my dad makes cheap clothes for Target, okay? But my advice for you is to try harder. I mean, look at me. I was just a little rich girl with no purpose in life until I picked up the camera that my parents bought me, and I became an influencer. Not because of how rich my parents were, but I was successful because of how famous they were.
Self-proclaimed philanthropist, Olivia Jade, everybody.
Avengers Endgame is over 3 hours long, and there is no time for a bathroom break. Classic Disney, taking our jobs, said a urinal. Nailed it.
A new study shows that guys with beards have more germs than dog fur, which just proves it's better to make out with a dog than a guy from Logan Square. I'm a lesbian, I wouldn't know.
A study found that cats do understand when you call them, they're just ignoring you. When asked for a comment, the cat slammed its door and blasted Nirvana.
This week, Magic Johnson stepped down from his post as president of operations for the Los Angeles Lakers. That's right. Magic Johnson could live for 25 years with AIDS, but could only live for 6 months with LeBron.
In Game of Thrones news, winter came.
The Notre Dame Cathedral caught fire this past week, and when the Pope found out, he said, "Why, God? What did the Catholic Church ever do to deserve this?" Yeah, but what else did the Catholic Church do?
Mark Hamill recently said that Luke Skywalker did not die a virgin. You know who else didn't die a virgin? We're having fun.
Korean boy band BTS broke the YouTube record for most views in 24 hours, dethroning Watch Mojo's top 10 sexiest Minecraft animations. Comedian Volodymyr Zelensky was just elected president of the Ukraine, which means there's hope in the United States for Sinbad 2020.
A Kansas zookeeper was attacked by a tiger last week. The zoo director said that the woman is improving, but the only real way for anyone from Kansas to improve is to just leave Kansas.
Police are now taking roadside blood samples to catch drunk drivers. Spiked blood be hitting different, said Officer Edward Cullen.
The University of Connecticut has just announced that they will be offering a Cannabis 101 class. So if you thought your parents were upset about you going to Columbia, they still are.
Hey, Mom.
We're gonna go right. Rumors circulated this past month that the part-time faculty at Columbia would be striking. Here to comment is a part-time math teacher at Columbia College.
So, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Edwards, what were you hoping to accomplish with the part-time strike?
Oh, God, are you kidding? I was praying that the strike would happen.
Oh, I see. Get some time off, vacation, right?
Absolutely not. No, forget the time off. I mean, a strike would garner some actual, real respect. I mean, do you have any idea what it's like being a part-time math teacher here at Columbia College?
I do not. What if you walk us through what a semester's like for a part-time math teacher at Columbia College?
Sure. Well, on the first day, I try not to blow my brains out when 75% of the class shows up late. I put on a brave face, and I know that they're just here for the credit. There's lots of different majors like fashion business and freaking game art and comedy writing and performance. And it's like, yeah, you're real funny, Sean the comedy major. Do you even know how to write a joke?
Well, certainly they engage in class eventually, yeah?
Oh, yeah, no, you would think, but no. They do not. You know, I have a no cell phone policy in class, and one day this kid's phone rings, and I politely ask him to please put it away, and instead of doing that, he threw his jewel at my head and said, "Fail me, bitch."
Did you fail him?
I am a coward, so I did not.
Well, I mean, is that class that hard? What are sort of some of the things that students struggle with?
Oh, you know, addition.
Oh, well, could you try making it easier on them anyways?
Oh, I've tried. You know PEMDAS, right?
Of course, to solve math equations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Right, correct. Well, I tried making that maybe like a little more Columbia-friendly for them to remember it easier. I tried poppers, ecstasy, Molly, debt, and sadness.
And did it work?
No.
So, Dr. Edwards, clearly things are not luxurious for a part-time math teacher at Columbia College. Would a strike give you some sort of validation?
Oh, God, absolutely. I mean, a strike, it would make me feel like a real respected member of the educational system. I mean, a strike would give me a voice that I don't necessarily have when I'm teaching in the classroom.
I'm sorry you feel so disrespected, Dr. Edwards. Is there anything you would like the students to know?
Yes, actually. Look, kids, I know that my course isn't like a fun comedy class or anything like that. But what I'm teaching is important. I mean, when you graduate out of here, you're going to need the stuff that I have to offer. You know, financing, taxes, tipping, everything, really. So please, give my class a chance.
That is incredibly thoughtful and insightful, Dr. Edwards.
Well, thank you.
And I'm assuming what you said goes for science classes as well, right?
Science classes? No. Who the hell needs science classes?
Dr. Edwards, everybody. For FreqEnd Update, I'm Jack Hollis.
And I'm Molly Glockner. Thank you and good night.